The Nebraska Wesleyan University Sports Network, in conjunction with 5 City TV and the Great Plains Athletic Conference, presents Prairie Wolves basketball. Today it's an NAIA conference matchup featuring the Tigers of Doane College and the Nebraska Wesleyan University Prairie Wolves. This game is made possible by Lincoln Electric System. It's your electricity, own it. And Nebraska Wesleyan University. Now let's take you out to Snyder Arena.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Nebraska Wesleyan University in Snyder Arena for tonight's GPAC matchup. It's the pink zone night. You see the pink uniforms over there as we get ready for Doane and Nebraska Wesleyan. And Nebraska Wesleyan looking for their first win at home in a very long time and looking to end the season on a bright note here in their final home contest before finishing up on the road on Saturday. Nebraska Wesleyan pep band here to give us the national anthem. We'll have starting lineups and all the action right after this on the Nebraska Wesleyan Sports Network.
Hi, Ryan here with LES's Save Money, Saving Energy. And this right here is Lincoln Electric System's fancy new website, kilowatchers.com. Kilowatt watchers. Anyway, it provides one-stop shopping where you can learn how to save money and energy as well as reduce your impact on the environment. You'll find stuff like newsletters, brochures, and energy efficiency calculators where you can evaluate the appliances and heating and cooling systems in your house. So visit kilowatchers.com today and kilowatch your savings add up. No? Really? See you next time.
Thank you for supporting Lincoln Cares. By voluntarily adding $1 each month to your Lincoln Electric System bill, you've helped improve parks programs and facilities across the city. Now your dollar goes even further. Lincoln Cares has been expanded to support not just parks, but also libraries and programs for older adults. And your donations are matched by community partners. See how much more $1 can do. Visit lincolncares.org.
The visitors from Doane College, 13-14, looking to even their record at 500 on the season, taking on Nebraska Wesleyan, looking for that elusive second win of the season. That first win coming all the way back on the season over. I'm Lucas Mormon along with Jeff Moats for tonight's GPAC contest. Nebraska Wesleyan wearing the pink jerseys tonight, the pink zone, in the final home game of the season.
All in support of breast cancer awareness, of course. We've seen that off and on through the years. Of course, during the football season, the Nebraska Wesleyan football team does that, and now the Nebraska Wesleyan women here tonight in this final home game of the regular season. There you see the starting lineups. Amanda Diaz, Felicia DeColste out of Norris, Kelly Sanchez from Lincoln Lutheran, Courtney Cook by way of Overland Park, Kansas, Blue Valley North High School, and Bridget Booker, the freshman out of Norris, getting the starting role tonight here for the Prairie Wolves.
And that front line, Booker and Cook have been having some success here in the last 4 to 5 games. The bright spot on this Nebraska Wesleyan Prairie Wolf squad, who are trying to avenge an earlier loss this season to Doane when they went to Crete, and they were held to their lowest point total in a long time. The starters for Doane, Shelby Bittinger out of Milford, Nebraska, Hannah Barnard, Callie Beller from up in Norfolk Catholic Product, Heather Broman, and Hannah Dostal round out the starters. For the Tigers, they'll be in the black tonight, orange jerseys. A little different look with that pink jersey out there, 2 colors. I'm sure there'll be no problem keeping them straight for the officials.
Well, you know, you talk about the lowest point total, Lucas, that Nebraska Wesleyan had in that last game against Doane where they lost 82-30. That's the lowest point total from a Nebraska Wesleyan women's basketball team dating back to the 1976-77 season. You're talking every bit of 37 years ago. So a little more than 3 decades, and now Wesleyan looking to maybe get some redemption from that tonight. You know, we've seen some hints of competitiveness from this team, and they hope to continue this tonight if they can. Still looking for their first GPAC win in quite a while.
Tigers control the tip. Work against that man-to-man pressure of the Tigers. Down low, good block by Booker, stays with the Tigers.
what else can we say about Bridget Bucher? I mean, she has really just been playing very well this season. Her freshman season, of course, she's had all that experience on the volleyball court. There you see the good defense. Stayed with it. Now a turnover here by Doane, but Bucher kept her feet, didn't buy the shot fake or anything, went straight up, got a hand on the ball, just good defense underneath the basket.
First offensive possession for the Prairie Wolves. Sanchez works the dribble. Nicole stay up top. Leading scorer on this Prairie Wolf team for the season. Driving through with Cook, had to try and tap it to keep it alive. Out of bounds other way. Both these teams, Jeff, lots of turnovers throughout the season. Nebraska Wesleyan averaging over 25.2 turnovers, and Doane right up there with 19 a game. No score here early on in this V-Pack tilt. There's a 14-footer, no good. Rebound controlled by Diaz.
Doane sticking with that man defense here early on. Wesleyan needing to look inside the post. Cook or Bucher?
Bucher working hard in the lane right now. They can't get it to her. They'll back it out to Coste on the dribble. Down the right side, puts up a runner. Got it to go. To Coste getting things going early. First points of the game to the Prairie Wolves.
Naturally gifted athlete is Felicia DeCoste. Nice take to the hoop that time.
Wheeling inside, trying to pass through traffic. Doane keeps it alive. Barnard on the wing. Down the lane, little scoop shot off glass. Too hard that time for Bittinger. And then a whistle and a quick timeout by Coach Fett. She wants to talk things early. It's an early 2-0 lead for the Prairie Wolves on the Nebraska Wesleyan Sports Network.
Today, you could save a life. We know that when emergency vehicles are approaching, it can be alarming, and remembering what to do may escape you. Whenever you see and hear lights and sirens of an emergency vehicle, move to the right of the road and stop. Wait for all emergency vehicles to pass. It may be one of your family or friends we're going to assist. Please help us to arrive quickly and safely. And remember, today, you could save a life.
First points of the game to the Prairie Wolves. The 2-0 lead's where we're at, a minute and a half in. After a quick timeout, Coach Fett must have seen something she wanted to talk to her squad about here early. Sanchez on the dribble. Over the top, Cook. Down the lane, runner no good, partially blocked, keeps it alive. Cook was the last one to touch it. Back to the Tigers.
Someone like Courtney Cook, not going to give up, even if she misses a shot. She's going to follow it. She'll go after the ball wherever she can. Again, she's a sophomore.
She's averaging 12 a game. Backdoor by Doane off glass, high, no good. Rebound again to Cook that time. Sanchez gets the Prairie Wolves in motion here on offense. Cook down in that low post area now, along with Bucher. Bucher up at the high. Cook has it here off glass, no. Defensive rebound taken by Doane. Loose ball on the floor. Cook off glass, no good. And a foul's going to be called on Cook. Two players hit the floor hard. Just kind of tied up there on that rebound.
Now Broman got the ball, and then Courtney Cook tried to go after it, and that's the first on her. Take a look at this again. Another opportunity from close range from Cook that she just couldn't finish, and tried to get the ball back, but she's called for the reach-in foul.
Tigers looking for the first point, get position on the inside. Still can't get the bucket to go, but two free throws coming up for Heather Broman, a sophomore from Fillmore Central over in Geneva.
That's two on Courtney Cook, so two quick fouls. And that will prompt Brittany Fett to go to the bench. As Broman hits the free throw, we'll see Kylie Ashley check in.
Ashley with a pretty decent game last timeout on Saturday against the Defenders. Some nice defensive plays. Got a couple points as well in transition. Both free throws for Broman tie it up here at 2. Sanchez deep in the right side.
Wesleyan's got to look in every chance they get.
Zone defense this time out of the Doane Tigers. Bucher on the baseline, 12 to shoot to Colstay. Had it poked away, got it back inside. Bucher had it. Coming away with it is Bittinger after the errant pass. She'll force the issue. kicks it out for an open look, left baseline, short. Offensive try, or rebound here, second chance opportunity.
Nobody blocking out that time for Wesleyan.
Tigers under the direction of Tracy Fairbanks in her 15th year over in Doane. Inside they go. Off glass, up and in. It's Broman with her third and fourth points of the game. All the points so far for the Tigers.
There's a good look on the inside by Barnard that time. Good post up by Broman on the other end. Now Wesleyan against that zone. Look for Doane to trap.
Turnover, other way. 1-on-2, taking it to the hoop, can't get it to go. Beller, another second chance try here. Down the left side, Bittinger off glass, but too much body. Free throws coming for Shelby Bittinger.
A little bit of a slow start for Doane here, but all of a sudden they picked up some momentum, picked up some energy. Good take to the hoop that time by Bittinger, as Diaz picks up the foul for Nebraska Wesleyan.
Friendly roll on the free throw for Bittinger. 78.6% free throw shooter on the season. One of 4 players for the Tigers that average double digits in points. Both free throws good. Perfect from the line so far tonight are the Tigers. 6-2 is the lead. That 2-3 zone by the Tigers. Kick out on the wing. Diaz to Sanchez. Booker gets it, but short corner. That's too far away from the basket for Bridget Booker. She needs to go work inside. 10 on the shot clock. Diaz up top. Puts it on the floor. 5 to work with. Back to Diaz. Deep three-pointer off iron, and it hits the upright out of bounds.
What we're seeing on offense too, Lucas, we don't see anybody flashing into the high post. And that's one area you got to have somebody in. If you're going to work against a 2-3 zone, a 1-3-1, you got to put somebody inside. Don't draw everybody out into the corners or out in the perimeter.
Doane going to the hoop left side again. That one too much English on it. Another rebound for DeColste. Just a 4-point lead for the Tigers. Nebraska Wesleyan with the basketball.
Now Doane going back to a man defense now.
Coach Fairbanks mixing it up, trying to keep Nebraska Wesleyan on their toes. Booker in the lane, kicks it out. 3 from Diaz. This time it's up and in. Amanda Diaz with the triple, and the lead's cut to 1.
Booker on the double team, kicked it back out. Diaz with a nice spot-up jumper.
Roman has it stripped away by Ashley that time. Great play by Ashley. That's what we saw from her against Dort this weekend. Good defensive play.
There you see it again. Good defense from Kylie Ashley. And
Alyssa Willicott checks in, a senior for the Tigers. 5'11". DeColste spin move left side off glass and in.
What a post move from DeColste.
It's one thing we haven't seen is Felicia get going early in either of the 2 games we've done so far this year. She's got 4 already, and we're just 6 minutes in. Tigers, they go back to work inside. It's Dostal this time. Step through, no good. Booker had it taken away. Dostal got a hand on it. Fresh 30 to work with. Inside, and a travel on Dostal.
Booker again. Good defense, stayed on the floor. Take a look at this again. It ultimately forced the turnover, obviously, because of the traveling call, but Wesleyan here on this offensive side of the ball needing to go inside, and they do it that time.
Good solid take from Booker down the right side of the lane. She'll go to the free throw line.
We've talked about it time and time again, Lucas. Bridget Booker is someone that will face up to the basket when she gets the ball on the post, and she takes it right to the basket that time.
Free throw short off the front iron. A normally accurate free throw shooter, 75.9% on the season. Makes the second, earns herself a little bit of a rest.
She's been working hard out there, but again, Wesleyan They need to keep some players fresh as often as they can. Now, the other thing, too, is that Courtney Cook is in foul trouble, so she's going to be sitting for quite a while.
2 quick ones on Cook. 8-6. Nebraska Wesleyan with the lead. Tigers on the attack. Callie Beller dribbling around. Dostal. Skip pass, threw it into the first row of the Nebraska Wesleyan bench. Another turnover. And that turnover battle is going to be important tonight. Whoever takes better care of the basketball is going to have a chance to come out on top of this one. Don't let that score fool you in that first one, 82-30. I think the Prairie Wolves feel like Doane is a team that they can play with and that they can hang with, and if they're right at the end, hopefully pick up that elusive second victory of the year. It's to Colstay. Down the lane, runner. Off back iron, rebound to Bittinger. Bittinger out of Milford, Nebraska on the dribble drive. Lost it, threw it away again. Back-to-back turnovers on the Tigers.
It seems like communication's a big part of how many turnovers have been committed.
Just a couple errant passes, almost unforced the last 2 times for the Tigers. Sanchez has it now. Wants to go inside. Colstay steps through, muscles it up, can't get it to go. Offensive board of the putback by Kylie Ashley. 4-point advantage for Nebraska Wesleyan here. Everything kind of has to go inside out for Nebraska Wesleyan. There's a running drive left side. Second chance, no good. Third opportunity, and a reach-in foul on Colstay. That's the 4th team foul of the half. Booker returns. Ashley will sit down. That's the platoon you're probably going to see here. As you mentioned, Cook in foul trouble if you're just joining us with 2. Under their own hoop. All the way out top. Was it touched? No. Eight minutes gone by here. Nebraska Wesleyan with a 10-6 lead. There's a deep 3 on the left side, up and down for Hannah Barnard.
Now she can fire from long range, and that's what Doane needs, is big baskets like that.
It's her 96th 3-point field goal made in the year for Barnard. Booker double teamed. Inside. Back out to Colstay for 3, nothing but nylon.
Off to a 7-point start here for Colstay, and that extends that lead back out to 4, and that's someone that Wesleyan needs to have come through.
The bank is open for Callie Beller. Little step back 3 off the screen. Not sure if the bank was part of it, but it counts all the same. Now just a 1-point cushion for the Prairie Wolves. Booker, kick out. Diaz for a 3. That's too hard. Colstay had it, saves it back in, still loose. And the Tigers come away with it. Alyssa Willicott tracks it down.
What a
Quick
post
move. A nice quick spin by Broman.
Good post up.
Lead changes back to the Tigers. And the lane poked away. So it'll stay with Doane. A few subs. Ashley returns. Also back is Sanchez for Nebraska Wesleyan.
At this point, Lucas, how much do you think Courtney Cook would be a factor if she was in the game right now?
Well, I say the offense has to go pretty much through the inside out. Has to go through your post players if you're Nebraska Wesleyan. Doane must have obviously watched a couple of last games, mixing it up with that zone, forcing them to hit some outside shots. So far they have, but not really a 3-point shooting team. In the lane through traffic, too many hands and arms, getting a piece of Shelby Bittinger that time. Second on Diaz.
So now her and Cook each with 2 fouls here. We're at the halfway point of this first half.
Friendly roll again by Shelby Bittinger from just down the road in Milford. 5'9" sophomore. extends the Nebraska Wesleyan lead, Doane lead to 3.
Still reachable here for Wesleyan. It's not that big of a margin. Anything can happen here as Ashley gets the ball.
In the high post area, kick it out. Back to that zone. Bucher, a running jumper in the lane.
Wow. A big shot from her.
Bucher with another bucket. Another quick spin move. Good block by Bucher. Looked like Broman was going to have back-to-back buckets after touching it in the post, but a good block from behind. In the lane, give it off left side. Great look that time from Ziegenbein.
More of that needs to happen.
Back and forth we go. Now a 17-16 lead for Nebraska Wesleyan.
As long as your post players get a touch of the basketball in a possession, that makes a big difference.
The hoop and the harm. Callie Beller going to the hoop. She got bumped. Count the basket.
And it was Stacy Beller that committed the foul for Nebraska Wesleyan. Stacy Beller out of Lindsay Holy Family High School, just north of Columbus.
Just a little too much on the way in from Stacy. First free throw of the night for Beller. 76% on the season, misses that one. It's the first miss from the free throw line in the game from the Tigers. 6 for 6 until that point. Back to a 1-point lead for the Tigers. Sanchez looking for Ashley, dribbles it all the way in, kicks it out, jumper from the left side. Doane controls the other way. Inside they go. This time it's Dostal. Off glass and in.
Another good post up. The post presence now starting to come alive for Doane. Saw a couple of quick spin moves on the post earlier from Broman.
Trying to get it inside Bucher. Inside out again. Jumpers up and in by Ziegenbein. And that'll bring Coach Fed up off the bench. She wants a timeout. Talk things over, trailing by 1. Nebraska Wesleyan Sports Network is on the air.
Hi, this is Ryan with LES's Save Money, Saving Energy. Did you know that proper insulation levels can help reduce your heating and cooling costs? You can check your attic insulation level with this very advanced high-tech tool called a ruler. Make sure you have 14 to 16 inches of insulation for maximum energy efficiency. It'll help reduce drafts and allow your heating and cooling systems to not have to work so hard. Think of it as saving money by the inches, $1, $2, $3, you get the idea. For more ways to save, visit les.com today. See you next time.
Tight contest tonight between the Tigers and the Prairie Wolves. 1-point game right now, but we had numerous lead changes. Doane had won their last 5. They knocked off Hastings. And at the time, Dakota Wesleyan was ranked in the top 25, still receiving votes in the poll. They pushed Morningside in their last game out. Fell to Morningside number 8 at the time, I believe, 77-67. So Doane's been hanging right in there with some of the heavy hitters here in this stacked GPAC conference. And Nebraska Wesleyan giving them all they can handle here through the first 12 minutes.
Wesleyan still singing a man, Lucas. Man defense.
Doane has the ability to hit from beyond the arc as Barnard puts that one up. Doesn't get the friendly low. But they have a few players who have over 80 and 90 three-pointers made on the season. Sanchez on the dribble here. Nebraska Wesleyan, on the other hand, we talk about going through the post. They only have 2 players who've hit more than double digits in threes for the season, and that's just at 15 and 14. Shot clock winding down here, just 6 to work with. Ziegenbein needs to get something going. Tapped out of bounds. Now just 2 seconds on the shot clock here.
And now if you're Doane, you want to collapse in on the post, wherever Bucher's going to set up at. So if Bucher gets set up in the lane somewhere, they're going to try to collapse in on her because that's your first option at trying to get a quick basket.
Coming back towards it, they get it to her off glass, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts that one back up and in, and you called it, Jeff. Bucher going to the hole, unable to convert it first, but cleaning up the garbage for 2 and a foul on the post entry. That one's going to be on Solsky. That'll be free throws, the 7th team foul.
You look at how Bridget is able to stick with it. She does not fade away. She goes up strong to the basket. If she misses it, she's right there, gets it back, puts it up and in. That's guaranteed a lot of the time from her.
Dostal makes the front end. The Tigers lights out from the free throw line here in the first half. 8 of 9 for a team that shot just 69.1% as a team coming into the game from the charity stripe. DeColste back out there. Bucher, Beller, Sanchez, and Solsky for Nebraska Wesleyan. DeColste with it, 10 on the shot clock. Kicks it out, deep three-pointer. Sanchez, no good. It almost ended up being a good pass to Cassandra Solsky.
At the time, they were clogging the right side there because you had Bucher posting up on the right side of the key, and then there was the dribble penetration, then the kick out. A lot of commotion on that side of the floor.
It's those kick-out buckets. You got to hit a few to take some of the pressure off that inside game. Here the Tigers go back inside, and backing her way down for a bucket is Dostal.
And that just seems like that's a gimme with Dostal because she's able to get sealed up, open on the block to get the basketball.
DeColste for a 3, right of the wing, nothing but nylon. She's got 2 triples. She has 10 points, and we're knotted at 24.
And if it's not her coming through, it could be a much different game right now. DeColste just playing great basketball, shooting the ball well tonight.
And she didn't play much, if at all, in the first meeting. She was under the weather. I think she gave it a try, but then really had to shut it down. So it's a wild card there in the lane. A little floater, no good. DeColste with the rebound. No numbers, but pushes it down the right side. Sanchez works with it. Bucher working hard in the lane, trying to find an opening. Now they get it to her, right side. And ball's loose, tied up. It'll stay with the Prairie Wolves. And that'll get a reset of the shot clock.
You know, as a post player, one of the rules of thumb that you're always told is never put the ball on the floor in traffic. You know, in that time, and there's some cases where it warrants, that time when you got somebody coming in double teaming you, it's the one option you need to go with is try to kick it back out.
Check that, 6 to work with on the shot clock, and then a foul on Dostal. Her first, team's second, just 2 fouls on Doane here, and we've played almost 3/4 of the first half.
And Wesleyan's already committed 7 team fouls. So from here on out, Doane's in the bonus.
That one does reset the shot clock, which was the problem facing the Prairie Wolves at the time. Sanchez on the dribble, spins, puts up a shot just to the right side. Might have been partially deflected. Other way for the Tigers. Inside they go. This time for a kick out 3, up and in for the Tigers. Bittinger with her first field goal, but she has 7 points, and it's back to a 3-point Tiger lead.
Been a close game so far. Both teams actually playing pretty well, despite a few turnovers.
Colstate hard to the rack, a little runner, no good. Tigers the other way, trying to create some numbers. Skip pass over the top, 3 on the way from Barnard. It's short, gets her own rebound into the lane. Little runner, and a foul is going to be called on Kylie Ashley, her first.
In that time, Ashley had to block out 2 people, trying to block out 2 people. DeColste didn't block out that time on Barnard, and she got the ball, went back up with it, drew the foul.
Give Barnard credit, though. Follow the shot. Another free throw up and in.
That's just simple basketball right there. You learn at a young age to follow your shot.
4-point cushion, trying to make it 5. She does. Cook will check in here. 4:28 mark with 2 fouls. give Bucher a blow.
She's really worked hard out there tonight.
Little run here by the Tigers. Nebraska Wesleyan needs a bucket to slow it down. Sanchez, 3 right side, in and out. The rebound taken by Dostal.
Looked good from here.
Sanchez had a bead on that one, like a safety coming over the top with help side defense, but just couldn't get there quite in time to take it in for the layup.
And that really wasn't a bad shot selection that time from Sanchez. I mean, she was right there, spotted up.
And Sanchez, 15 three-pointers in the season. She's actually the leading three-point shooter next to Kolstad. She's hit one already. Kolstad, I mean, that's 2. Now a little zone look from Nebraska Wesleyan, and the Tigers throw it away, unforced turnover.
Switch up zone that time, making Doane go to the perimeter game, and they force a turnover.
Bucher back in. Cook will sit down. So just a quick blow. No, they're going to leave Cook and give Ashley the blow. So now you get Cook and Bucher back out there, 2 of your leaders in points at the same time for really the first time since about the 18-minute mark. Beller to Cook. Cook on the baseline. Good movement against this zone. Had it poked away that time. Still loose. And it's Stacy Beller who comes out with it. Sanchez has it poked free. 4 to work with on the shot clock, and it's out of bounds, and it'll go to the Tigers. So through all that commotion, he had about 4 seconds once he really had the basketball, and no chance of getting a shot up. Kolstad returns. Ziegenbein also up off the bench.
And really, Wesleyan, turnover-wise, wasn't doing anything. I mean, they were very careful in handling the basketball, and then we see this happening, and that, again, just turns the tide even more.
Tigers trying to add to that 5-point lead. Inside, Willicott is working now in that post area. Up over the top, Bittinger. Off glass, left side with the right hand. A nice take by Shelby.
And credit Alyssa Willicott, who got sealed up on the block. She sealed right in front of the defender on the post up, and that allowed Bittinger to go to the basket.
18-footer from Bucher, no good, but a rebound by Beller. Tried to go back inside to Cook, but a lot of traffic gets taken away. Dostal brings it across for Doane. 7-point lead, the biggest of the night for the Tigers. Now zone look again from Nebraska Wesleyan. Dostal with it. 3 in the right corner, Bernard, no good. With 2:22 here, Nebraska Wesleyan trying to stop the run. Golstein has had the hot hand. She has 10 here in the first half. 12 to work with on the shot clock, and this is where sometimes it gets a little dicey for Nebraska Wesleyan. They got to find someone who can create a shot. Cook has it, kicks it out. Beller, 3 to shoot, puts it up. Got iron, then it hit the upright. The support again, and a turnover.
A lot of instances we see not just Wesleyan, but at times Doane too. They move the ball around, and it seems like when the shot clock gets under 10, then they start to rush things. And that's when both these teams can become very susceptible to turning over the basketball.
Inside, Dostal off glass, left it too hard, battle for it on the floor. And into the game, Emily Linus, the senior who played on senior day on Saturday, playing again here at home tonight in the pink zone game. 15 to work with. Bucher into the lane, fights her way down the right side, up and in, and a foul for Bridget Bucher.
Why not? You're left wide open, you're not being contested. She decided to take a couple of dribbles. Hey, I found an opening right to the basket, boom.
Kept fighting all the way. Little runner, free throw for Bucher. Almost got the friendly roll. Foul was on Broman, her first. All the way down coast to coast, Dostal, and she draws the foul. First foul on Bucher.
A little bit of a reach that time from Bucher. You know, in Dostal tonight, her and Broman have been solid on the blocks. You know, they're both 5'11", and they're going up against Bucher, who's 6 foot, Ashley, who's 6 foot, Courtney Cook, who is 6 foot. Not much height difference, but, you know, it seems like an even matchup. But there's a little bit more quickness to Dostal and to Broman. Because we've seen Broman on those post-ups, those quick spins on the post, right to the basket.
They've been able to get by the defenders rather than having to shoot over them. Linus brings it across. Just a 6-point lead for the Tigers. Nebraska Wesleyan trying to get back within striking distance here before the half. Bucher kicks it across Sanchez for a high arcing three. No good. Bucher offensive board. Faces up, nowhere to go. Puts it on the floor. Left-handed scoop shot, no. Rebound taken by Bittinger. She wants to push the pace. Crosses over. Good backdoor cut that time. Better block by Ashley.
Good help defense. Got a 1 second difference on that shot clock with the game clock.
Pretty much hold for the last shot here if you want. Sanchez on the dribble. Looks like that's what they're going to do. They got it in the hands of Tekolste. She's going to go all the way down the right side. A little runner off glass and in for Tekolste, who has a dozen here with 3 seconds left in the half. A half-court heave finds the iron. Nearly converts it, did Bittinger, but at the half, Nebraska Wesleyan trails it by 4, 32-28 to the Doane College Tigers. We'll have first half stats and more after this on the Nebraska Wesleyan Sports Network.
Hi, this is Ryan with LES's Save Money, Saving Energy. Did you know that proper insulation levels can help reduce your heating and cooling costs? You can check your attic insulation level with this very advanced high-tech tool called a ruler. Make sure you have 14 to 16 inches of insulation for maximum energy efficiency. It'll help reduce drafts and allow your heating and cooling systems to not have to work so hard. Think of it as saving money by the inches, you know, $1, $2, $3, you get the idea. For more ways to save, visit les.com today. See you next time.